Good day everyone, I am Jared Alaro and we are here to discuss with you about the different types of computers and operating system. What are the four types of computers? The four types of computers are microcomputers, many computers, mainframe computers, and the last is supercomputers. And let's go back to microcomputers. What is the definition of microcomputers? Microcomputers, the smallest among them, are microcomputers. They are small in physical size. Most of them are desktop system. However, notebook microcomputers that can fit into the briefcase are also available. And they are economical in terms of cost and are friendly in use. Personal computers or PCs fall into this category. These computers can be used for small data processing, jobs of bigger companies, or serve as a complete computer system for small firms. PC can also be connected with bigger computers and be used as an intelligent terminal to a bigger computer. The details regarding their applications in business are included in the last section of this book. And what is the uses of microcomputers? The uses of microcomputers is these computers are widely used in home computing, education, etc. And I have an example of microcomputers. Personal computers or PC, laptop, palm-top computers, and etc. Advantages and disadvantages. The advantages of microcomputers are widely used o malawakang ginagamit, research and information o pananaliksik at impormasyon, connection with people o mga connection sa mga tao. And the disadvantages of microcomputers are less powerful o hindi gaanong makapangyarihan. Negative physical aspect, mga negatibong physical na aspeto. Computer addiction, pagkaka-addict sa computer. And let's go to many computers. What is the definition of many computers? Many computers are very popular among medium-sized companies. Many computers offer facilities for faster processing of voluminous information. Many computers, of course, are bigger than microcomputers, but smaller than most of their elders called mainframes. They cost somewhere between Rs 5 to 15 LAC depending upon the configuration. However, these prices are only indicative and are subject to substantial changes over time. The many computers like VEX 8000 series from Digital Equipment Corporation or DEC and AES 400 series from IBM have been quite popular in computer-aided manufacturing, as well as departmental computers. And what is the uses of many computers? The uses of many computers are, these computers are used in small companies where capacity and speed of operations is not highly critical. And also many computers were used for scientific and engineering computations, business transaction, processing, file handling, and database management. I have an example of many computers. Examples, DEC, VEX, and IBM, AS or 400, and etc. Many computers have an advantages and disadvantages. The advantages of the many computers are cost or gastos, size or sukat, probability o probabilidad, very compact dimension or masyadong compact na dimension. The disadvantages of the many computers are may be difficult to upgrade or mahirap mag-upgrade, may be weak in the performance, mahina sa performance. Many computers does not have any CD, DVD drive or walang anumang CD and DVD drive ang many computer.
The third type of computers is mainframes. Mainframes are bigger computers capable of handling data processing needs of, say, head office of a bank or a big multinational company or maybe a public utility office. Mainframe computer systems have larger storage and the speed of processing is also very high. Mainframe also has the biggest and the most protective general-purpose system that are made to model large dynamic computer needs of a big organization that serves hundreds of terminals all at the same time. Maybe some of you are asking what is a terminal. A terminal is consists of monitor and keyboard that allow a person to enter information and retrieve it from the computer. Now, let's proceed in the uses of mainframe computers. So, these computers are used in large organizations, banks, airlines, reservation, and etc. So, here are the example of mainframe computers. The IBM or 390 and HP 9000. Mainframe computer also has its advantages. First is scalability, the ability to add more users as the need arises. Centralized management or centralized backup. Low-cost desktop devices or the dumb terminals and high level of security. And the disadvantages are character-based applications, lack of vendor operating system standards, and interoperability in multi-vendor environments. And the fourth type of computer is supercomputers. Supercomputers have a speed of between 100 to 900 MIPS. They are quite expensive and cost somewhere around 10 to $30 million depending upon the configuration. The other competitors of Cray supercomputers are machines from NEC of Japan. Supercomputer is very sophisticated machines designed to perform complex calculation at fastest speed. These computers are based on the principle of parallel processing in which several processors connected in parallel. These computers work on a single problem at a time. So here are the uses of supercomputer. These computers are used in satellite tracking, nuclear weapons, weather forecasting, and etc. Examples of supercomputers are Cray Research, Cyber 205, Intel ETC, Param 8000, Param 8600, and Param 9900 SS. Supercomputer also had its advantages. Number 1 is decreasing processing time. Number 2 is solving new problems. The third one is lowering costs. And the fourth one is improving safety. And the last one is the high capacity. Beside of its advantages, it also has its disadvantages. The first one is the storage and the bandwidth. The second is maintenance support. And it is also expensive. And also the processing time.
Good day everyone, my name is Marilyn M. De Guzman. Now I will discuss about the multiprocessing and multitasking. But before that, let's tackle about the operating system. So what is an operating system? An operating system is the program that after being initially loaded into a computer by a boot program, manages all the other application programs in a computer. Time-sharing operating system schedule tasks for efficient use of the system and may also include accounting software for cost allocation of processor time, mass storage, printing, and other resources. Importance of operating system. An operating system is the most important software that runs on a computer. It manages the computer memory and processes, as well as of its software and hardware. It also allows you to communicate with the computer without knowing how to speak the computer's language. Now let's talk about the multiprocessing. In a uniprocessor system, only one process executes at a time. Multiprocessing is the use of two or more CPUs within a single computer system. The term also refers to the ability of a computer or a system to support more than one processor within a single computer system. Multiprocessor system means there are more than one processor which work parallel to perform the required operations. It allows the multiple processors and they are connected with physical memory, computer buses, clocks, and peripheral devices. The main objective of using a multiprocessor operating system is to increase the execution speed of the system and consume high computing power. Advantages of multiprocessor system. Multiprocessor systems are more reliable due to the fact that there are more than one processor. In case of failure of any one processor will not make the system come to a halt. Although the system will become slow if it happens, but still it will work. Electricity consumption of a multiprocessor system is less than the single processor system. This is because in a single processor system, many processes have to be executed by only one process. There is a lot of load on it. But in case of multiple processor systems, there are many processes to execute the processes, so the load on each processor will be comparatively less, so electricity consumed will also be less. Disadvantages of multiprocessor system. Large main memory required. All the processors in the multiprocessor system share the memory, so a much larger pool of memory is required as compared to a single processor system. Complicated operating system required. There are multiple processors in a multiprocessor system that share peripherals to schedule processes and impart resources to processes than in a single processor system. Let's move on to multitasking. Multitasking is a logical extension of a multi-programming system that supports multiple programs to run concurrently. In a multitasking operating, more than one task is executed at the same time. In this technique, multitask, also known as processes, share common processing resources such as a CPU. Importance of multitasking. It allows more efficient use of the computer hardware, where a program is waiting for the same external events such as a user input-output transfer with a peripheral to complete. The central processor can still be used with another program. Benefits of multitasking. Multitasking operating systems give more flexibility to several users and they are happier as a result, on which each user can execute single or multiple programs simultaneously. The multitasking operating system have well-defined memory management. Two basic types of multitasking: preemptive multitasking and cooperative multitasking. In preemptive multitasking, the operating system decides how to allocate CPU time slices to each program. In cooperative multitasking, each program controls how much CPU times it needs.
Multi-user. A multi-user operating system is an operating system that permits several users to access a single system running to a single operating system. These systems are frequently quite complex, and they must manage the tasks that the various users connected them to require. This system involves the multiple processors, and it helps to improve the performance of the entire system. If, in this system, one processor gets fails, then the other processor has to be responsible for completing of its assigned task. The multi-user system contains the single master system. Multi-user can be used in printing processes. It's designed to have multiple terminals like monitor, keyboards, mouse, and etc. all connected to a single mainframe that allocates time for each user's processing demands so that it appears to the users that they all working simultaneously. Multithreading. A thread is basic unit of CPU utilization. Multithreading is an execution model that allows a single process to have multiple code segments running concurrently within the context of that process. VLC Media Player, where one thread is used for opening the VLC Media Player, one thread for playing a particular song, and one thread for adding new songs to the playlist. Multithreading is the ability of a program or an operating system to enable more than one user at a time. The advantages of multithreading are threads share the same address space, and threads are lightweight and have a low memory. Multithreading is the ability of a process to manage its use by more than one user at a time, and to manage multiple requests by the same user without having to have multiple copies of the program. The advantage of this is increasing responsiveness. Real-time operating system. These types of operating systems serve real-time systems. The time interval required to process and respond to inputs is very small. This time interval is called response time. Real-time systems are used when there are time requirements that are very strict, like missile system, air traffic control systems, robots, etc. Real-time system is intended to serve real-time applications that process data as it comes in, without buffer or delay. There are two types of real-time operating system. There is hard-time real-time system and soft real-time system. Let's have a hard real-time system first. These operating systems are meant for applications where time constraints are very strict and even the shortest possible delay is not acceptable. Hard real-time system must always meet all deadlines. System fails if deadline windows is missed. Now let's have soft real-time system. These operating systems are for applications where time constraint is less strict. Soft real-time system must meet all deadlines. System does not fail if a few deadlines are missed.